Jai Hind. Today we are going to learn about what are the different operating ratios, operating profit ratio and return on investment. Already we have learned the different items coming under these ratios, net profit ratio and gross profit ratio. Today we are going to learn about operating ratio, operating profit ratio and return on investment. Very important things. So first of all, we will learn about how to calculate the operating ratio. You know very well operating ratio. It is related to operating expenses. It shows the relationship between the operating expenses and net revenue from operation. Every time it shows the efficiency of on firm's management. Whenever they are investing more in operating expenses or to meet the day-to-day affairs, whether it is converted into profit. So it shows the relationship between the operating expenses and net sales. It also helps the organization whether the decision taken by the management is a good one. Every time the smaller ratio or the lower ratio shows a good sign to the organization. That indicates the ratio indicates lower amount of operating expenses. So we will learn in detail what is the importance of this ratio. So it indicates the efficiency of a company's management. Whenever the ratio is low, if the ratio is low, that indicates the company's efficiency done by the management. And every time decreasing amount of ratio shows a positive sign. Every time it is a positive sign for the organization. Operating ratio does not include the debt in the sense long-term debt. It only related to operating expenses. So it is a limitation shown by the educators. Does not include long-term debt. Long-term debt, you know very well, the amounts related to debentures, etc., bank loan, etc. So we will learn the problem, how to solve the problem of operating ratio. We have to use the equation cost revenue from operation plus operating expenses divided by net sales into 100. To find out the operating ratio, you can use the equation cost of revenue from operation plus operating expenses divided by net sales into 100. Every time remember what are the items coming under operating expenses. Remember what are the items coming under administrative expenses, office expense is there, selling expense is there, distribution expense is there, depreciation and employees benefit expense also there. Don't take non-operating incomes and expenses like loss on sale of asset, interest paid, dividend received, interest paid on bank loan to the debentures, and also loss by fire, any speculative gain. Whatever may be coming under non-operating expenses and incomes, do not take while calculating profit operating ratio. So the equation is cost of revenue from operation plus operating expenses divided by net sales into 100. So by solving one problem, we will learn how to calculate operating ratio. In this question, revenue from operation amount is given 3 lakh. That means net sales amount is given as 3 lakh. Cost of revenue from operation is given 1 lakh. Selling expense, administrative expense is also given. So let us learn how to calculate the operating ratio. Operating ratio is equal to cost of revenue from operation plus operating expense divided by net sales into 100. So remember the equation, very important one. And we have to calculate operating expense. Operating expense divided by net sales into 100 is another equation, a simple equation to calculate the value of operating ratio. So operating expense is equal to Cost of revenue from operation plus selling expense plus administrative expense. So that is equal to 1 lakh plus 60,000 plus 40,000. We will get the value today. Then we can directly apply in the equation operating ratio is equal to 2 lakh divided by 3 lakh into 100. We will get the value 66.7%. So it is a good sign for the organization. So these are the very important thing related to operating ratio. And yet another ratio coming under the category is operating profit ratio. Operating profit ratio. A very simple equation is there, 100 minus operating ratio to find out the value operating profit ratio. So that indicates it is a continuation of operating ratio. And operating profit ratio, it establishes the relationship between operating profit earned during an year and the net revenue generated from operation or net sales. It shows the relationship between operating profit ratio shows the relationship between the net revenue generated from operation and operating profit earned during a year. So remember the equation to calculate operating profit ratio. We can apply two equations. First one simple one, 100 minus the value of operating ratio, or operating profit ratio is equal to operating profit divided by net revenue from operation into 100. Net revenue from operation into 100. So we can develop the concept by solving a problem. So in this question, direct amount is given, sales is equal to 6 lakh, sales return is given 1 lakh, operating profit is also directly given. So from this value, we can calculate operating profit ratio is equal to operating profit divided by net revenue from operation into 100. So amounts are directly given, but we have to remember whenever there is sales return, we have to deduct it. So then only we will get the actual amount of revenue from operation, that is net revenue from operation. So 1 lakh divided by 6 lakh minus 1 lakh into 100, we will get 20%. Every time it shows a good sign. Why? Because the lowest amount is given, 20% is given, we get as the answer. So it shows a good sign to the organization. So remember, operating profit ratio shows the relationship between operating profit and net revenue from operation. It is very important for the organization to check their efficiency, whether they are utilizing all the amount utilized as operating expense efficiently. So the last ratio in this chapter we have to learn is return on capital employed or return on investment ratio. Return on investment ratio, ROI. It is very important for your higher studies also. Whenever if you are going to see or any other degree level courses, there you have to learn. So make it thoroughly from here. Return on capital employed ratio shows the relationship between the amount invested in the organization and profit before interest and tax. Every organization from different sources will collect funds as capital, maybe from borrowed fund and owners. And through this ratio, we can analyze whether we are efficiently utilizing the fund collected from different sources. And it shows a good sign every time to the organization to take more decision whether they have to approach more borrowed fund or owner's fund. So the equation for calculating ROI is equal to profit before interest and tax divided by capital employed into 100. Profit before interest and tax divided by capital employed into 100. So it is very easy, and some important points are there. Why we are calculating all these ratios? Why we are calculating ROI, return on capital employed or return on investment? It shows the relationship between capital employed and the profit before interest and tax. But it is very useful to measure whether the firm utilizing the capital very efficiently. It also shows the utilization of funds from shareholders or debenture holders or from long-term loan, whether all these funds are utilized in a proper way. It also helps the organization for inter-firm comparison. It helps for the comparison of one organization's performance with other organization, also one company's performance between different years, maybe from the year of result of the 2019 with the 2020. And also it helps the organization for assessing whether the firm is earning a higher return on capital. Every time higher return shows a good sign for the organization. So remember the important points. From this problem we can solve how to calculate ROE. So the information is given, you just read it. Fixed asset value is given, current asset value is given, long-term investment amount is given, share capital amount is given, bond, reserve, trade payable, net profit before interest and tax is given. So it is directly given the value of net profit before interest and tax. So remember the points. So we have to calculate the amount of capital employed. Very easy. Fixed asset plus current asset minus current liability. We will get the value capital employed. That means capital employed include the amount of share capital plus shareholders fund. Then if there is any reserve plus the long-term borrowings. And the amount of profit before interest and tax is given as 2 lakh. When we are calculating the value of capital employed, we will get 10 lakh. So we can directly apply in the equation ROI is equal to 2 lakh divided by 10 lakh into 100, 20%. So 20% profit. When they invest 10 lakh, they are getting 20% profit. So it is a good sign for the organization. They are getting 20% profit every year. So whenever it is increasing, it is a good sign for the organization's growth. So for analyzing that also, this ratio is used. So all the accounting ratios are utilized to calculate or to find out or to analyze the firm's progress in different areas. And it is a critical analysis of each and every section. So with this video, we are winding up the class for accounting ratios. And in the next class, we will start the chapter preparation of cash flow statement. So stay tuned, subscribe my channel, share my videos to your friends and teachers or any other friends or any higher studies going students. So thank you for your support all the time. Thank you. Thanks.